Yeah, go ahead, sit down. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Oh boy, there you go. A little bit better? A wee bit better, yeah. It's just cold, that's all. You got a lot of wind. Okay, this one right here is the Lyric Opera. The building was built in 1930. Why is building spelled wrong? Yeah, well done. That's Latin. That is correct. B-B-I-L-D-I-N-G. This building was built in 1930. It's French Beaux-Arts on the outside, but it's Art Deco on the inside. The building was built by Graham, Anderson, Probst, and White. What's the population of the city of Chicago? If you add the collar communities, we're at 10 million. The city itself is 2.7 million. What's the population of Madrid? You're from Madrid and you don't know the population? No, it's not. Look on the right side. They just tore down my favorite building. Oh, you're Googling it? Look on the right. That building, by the way, was an old warehouse. I loved it. And they took it down. It's now going to be a 54-story skyscraper. Now, just as you clear the bridge, look on the right side. You will see the most historical spot on your tour. Not Starbucks. Ladies and gentlemen, on that piece of land in 1860, 12,000 people came to Chicago, and they nominated your 16th president to run for the Republican Party. Who was the 16th president of the United States? Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Here's your question. Who's number 18? Got real quiet, didn't it? Hewlett? Yeah, Grant. Grant is the 18th president. Okay, as we clear the bridge, look on the right side. On the right-hand side, you have 3 skyscrapers. Interesting little point. The green building was built in 1983 by Kohn, Pedersen, and Fox. Check this out. In 1986, Ferris Bueller's Day Off was filmed there. Yeah, that's his dad's office, and that's where he had the parade. Guys, look at this. Whenever I do this tour and look backwards, I'm always amazed at that 1912 building right there that they're not tearing down, that 1928 building, but check this out. 2017, 2002, 2016, and then that beautiful, beautiful building with a small base and a large top. This is what I'm talking about when you're talking about architecture. Bedrock is 65 feet down. We have no movement on our city. Our ground is very, very stable. So we can build very, very tall skyscrapers. Now look on the right. See where the couple's walking right there? They just put $100 million into the Chicago River Walk. You can now walk from there all the way to the lake along the river. Why? The river's become very, very popular. Okay? Now, your question is, why is the water green? Well, it's St. Patrick's Day. We dye the river green. But today it's green because of all the algae you get in from Lake Michigan. Okay? And it's important because our river is becoming cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. Now, look at the river walk where that couple's walking right there. Don't miss this eyelash. The structure underneath the bridge architecturally is called an eyelash. It comes out and you can walk underneath the bridge without having debris hit you. Now look on the right. There's the fountain. Okay? And each one of these has different venues. Okay? Look at the joggers. People wave to us. It's an amazing morning here in Chicago. So how many bridges do we have? 37. What's the population? 10 million. And what's the city's population? 2.7 million. Come on now, you want to pass the test, okay? As you clear the bridge, look on the right. This is called our theater. You can sit there and watch the day go by. The building behind it is Art Deco. The Chicago flag has 4 red stars. They all start with the letter F. The first one's Fort Dearborn, remember? The second one is the Great Chicago Fire. October the 8th, 1871, our entire city burnt to the ground. On the tour, I'll show you where the fire started and where it stopped. A cow knocked over a lantern in a barn, and our city caught on fire. So they say. Okay, look on the right. There's the tiny tap. Look directly over my head. See the building with the gold top and the green bottom? That was the Hard Rock Hotel. It's now St. Jane. And what was the vision of the architect that built the Hard Rock Hotel? What was he thinking about? A champagne bottle. Gold top, green bottom. Oh, look at this. On the right side, you've got igloos. The City Winery has built these igloos along the Chicago River. So you can rent an igloo and have your dinner or your lunch in an igloo. Is that strange? Okay. Leo Burnett Advertising on your right. Those bars in the windows are called mullions. Anybody on the boat remember the name Al Capone? Okay. Al Capone, take a picture. Al Capone used to have dinner on top of that old jeweler's building, French Beaux-Arts. During Prohibition, he would go to the top and have a glass of whiskey. Okay? And as you clear this bridge, look on the right side, you'll see, if you've been to Washington, D.C. and saw the Vietnam Memorial, okay, we have a memorial for our Vietnam veterans right there. There are 3,000 names of the men and women who lost their lives in that conflict on that black marble piece. They're all from Illinois. That's the Hard Rock Hotel, now St. Jane. You're back, we're coming right back to the dock. The captain is going to take us out to Lake Michigan. Okay, look on the right-hand side. See that tall, narrow skyscraper called the Mather Building? That was the tallest building in the United States of America for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay? A building overtook it in New York. Hey, if you students have a cell phone that takes a picture and you want to send a picture home, I've got one coming up on the left side that is to die for. We have landmark buildings in our city, and every time I do this tour, I always invite my guests to take a look on the left side. We've got the Tribune Tower, the Hotel Intercontinental, and the Wrigley Building, and you can catch them all in one picture. So look on the left, point your camera to the left, and don't snap the film until you get the yellow onion in your dome, in your frame. It's a dome, and there you have it right there with, you got 3 beautiful turn-of-the-century buildings right there. Okay, now, come on over here. What do they call that steel structure? Eyelash, that is correct. Now, here's the next question. There comes a building on the right, it's Art Deco, see the narrow building? But here's your question, and the 5th graders got it right. The black building on the right, the architect's from Germany. You've already seen one of his buildings. What's his name? Oh, come on. Mies van der Rohe. Mies van der Rohe from Aachen, Germany. You've already seen his building. You want to see the tallest building ever designed by a woman? The building on the right with the white undulating patios is the Aqua Building. Jeannie Gang is the architect. You know why she calls it the Aqua Building? It has a waterfall going down. Yeah. The building on your right is a 1974 mistake. $80 million. That building was clad with Italian Carrara marble. In 15 winters, the marble, look at this, came off the building. Yeah. They had to reclad it in North Carolina granite at the cost of $80 million. You guys cold? You get cold? Sit up here. It's a lot warmer. Okay, you guys can, you can come up and join me, it's no problem. I'll get this out of the way. Oh, wow. You know, I'm lucky, I get to look at the tour backwards, and every time I see that building in the middle, with all that beautiful, beautiful architecture around it, I'm absolutely in awe. Oh, wow, look at this. Wait. This is where they dye the river green on St. Patrick's Day. And now you can get a picture you can't normally get. You've got the bridge up, and you can take a picture. That bridge is never up. So get a picture of the Columbus Drive Bridge with the Trump Tower behind it. Don't miss this stuff. You guys are getting a great opportunity to see some really interesting things. All right, now, good. Oh, wow, come here. There's a brand new skyscraper, the Wanda Vista. Now, do you want to know how they get concrete to the top? See that buoy coming down? That will be filled with concrete. They bring it back up and they go higher and higher and higher. That building was designed by Jeannie Gang. It's the Wanda Vista. And it failed the wind shearing test. So they're taking the 86th floor out and they are leaving the pillars, and now the wind can go through the building. Yeah, how about that? By the way, that's condominiums. A studio condominium in that building cost $1 million. Yeah. It is absolutely amazing. You know what I find interesting? They built the building right in front of a bunch of apartments and condominiums. They used to look at the river, and now they're looking at the back of that building. Don't get too cold, folks. If you want to warm up downstairs, you can hear my voice. You can also see things downstairs once we're on the lake. Okay. One last point before I give you a break. The river that you're on is how deep? Well done. Excellent work. It used to flow from west to east into the lake. Back in the 1800s, it was all meat packing and slaughterhouses. They threw the carcasses in the river. They threw sewage in the river. They threw everything in the river. And they so dirty a chicken could walk across it. It flowed into the lake, and that's where we got our drinking water. People were dying of cholera and typhoid. What they did in 1890 is they reversed the flow of the Chicago River. How'd they do it? They connected the Des Plaines River and the Chicago River. The Des Plaines River went south. The Chicago River came off of came this way. So they simply built a 26-mile canal connecting the river. Blew up the actual River connected with the Des Plaines River, and now goes out of Mississippi and out the Gulf of Mexico. The Continental Divide is where the Chicago River used to come from, and now it's reversed. So now all of our cities, all of our okay, we take a few minute break. You guys can stand up and look at the city.